fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you. You get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black on firm, but we ain't all black.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Constance Carter coming to you on a Wednesday night. That Wednesday is Wealth Wednesday. And when I talk about Wednesday, I'm talking about we winning Wednesday. How you guys doing out there? It is, what's today's date? It's the 10th of February. February just happens to be my birth month. So I want you to go ahead and give me a shout out for my birthday. My birthday's coming up this month, and I'm going to be the big 4-5 in a couple of weeks. So give me a shout out for my birthday. February 23rd is Pisces season. So I want you guys to give me a shout out for my birthday. Hey, I see everybody coming in. So it's your girl Constance Carter. Tell me where you guys are hailing from. Where are you guys coming in from? What's your name? Where you're hailing from? I want to know. I know we have people that are coming from all over the world. You know, we have people that are watching from France. We have people that are watching from England. We have people watching from Australia, from Chicago, from Charlotte. I see Oracle. She's from Queen. Oh, she's from the Queen from Virginia. Oracle is the Queen from Virginia. Hey, Miss no, is it Oracle? Yes, Oracle. Oracle Treehouse. What's up, Oracle? Oracle's from Virginia. Okay. I'm from Cali. So thank you for tuning in. So everybody, let us know where you're coming from, what your name is, and where you're hailing from. Because we want this to be an interactive dialogue. Every time I come on live, I don't want to just be talking to you or talking at you. This is an interactive. If you've been on here before, you know that we talk back and we talk black. And I always try to have something that's going to help you and enhance your life in one way or another. So while you're out there, make sure that you're hitting the like button and the thumbs up. Go ahead and hit thumbs up. African-American mob just win by Jeezy. All right. Kobe Bryant number again, confirmation 2-3, baby. Yes. Namaste. Yes. What's up, Chicago? Annick from Chicago. So if you're tuning in from YouTube, make sure you're hitting the thumbs up button. Make sure you're hitting the like. Make sure that you're on Facebook, that you go over to Facebook and you follow Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter. And you also follow Fly Nubian Queen on Facebook and YouTube. So make sure, I'm gonna give you a second. I'm gonna give you a second right now. I want you to go and subscribe to those YouTube pages. I'll give you 2 minutes. No. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. Let's go over to Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter on YouTube and Facebook. Subscribe and follow. And then I want you to go over to Fly Nubian Queen and subscribe and follow on those two pages on YouTube and on Facebook. Okay. And then I want you to get an alert every time we come on. Every time the Fly Nubian Queens come on, I want you to have an alert. So I want you to text word Queens to 31996 because this is the channel for melanated people that are just like you. And you. And I see everybody coming in. What's up? Oh, John Stewart. What's up? How you doing, John Stewart? Yes, I am a youngster. I will be 45 in February 23rd. But like I said earlier, every time I come to you, I want to talk to you about something that's going to be fruitful for your life, whether it's your health, your wealth, whether it's your business, whether it's your relationship. I always love to bring you something of value. And tonight I am so excited. I have a real big treat for you guys. Okay. So this person that I'm bringing in, she charges thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to coach people and their businesses into possibility. She helps you with your brand. She helps you with your marketing. So if you have a business, if you're just starting out a business, if you're intermediate in a business, say you want to scale your business, say you are at a 5-figure, you want to go to 6-figure, say you're at 6-figure, you want to scale your business to 7-figure. Well, guess what? The number one way to scale your business is the marketing. I always say there's 3 essential things that you need for your business, right? You need to have good customer service. Customer service has to be on point, right? You're not going to be in business very long if your customer service is bad. Number 2, your pricing has to be on point. If your price is too high, nobody's going to buy from you. On the contrary, if your price is too low, nobody's going to buy from you. So either way, if your price is too low, they're not going to see the value in what you do, and they're going to get afraid. I do that. If I see something that's priced too low, I'm like, you know what? Let me get the one that's a little bit higher because I want the better value. So you pricing your stuff too low is never a good thing. You always want to make sure that it's priced very well. But marketing is the essential key to building your business. Why? Because you could have the best product or service, but if nobody knows who you are, then it makes absolutely no sense. If nobody knows who you are, then it makes no sense. You're not going to make any money. You're just going to have a great product or a great service. You can find the meanest pork chop in Cleveland, but if don't nobody know that you're selling pork chops, you ain't going to sell no pork chops. So it's important that you have to market it. And it's important. You could have a business that looks like $1 million business on a budget. Which painting you like? You like the one of Erykah Badu? That's Erykah Badu right there. You like that one? Or you like my mural? That's a mural in the back. Which one you like? But you got to make sure that you're putting the funds, you got to make sure that you are investing in your marketing. A lot of people don't want to invest in their business. They build their business. They want to do, they want to have elbow grease and they want to just, bootstrap their business. But the thing about it is you have to be willing to invest in your business, whether it's time or whether it's money. And marketing is a key essential piece. So I'm going to bring on my girl, Sade. I know many of you know of her, have heard of her. She is a marketing guru, a marketing genius, and she has helped so many people build their businesses to hundreds of thousands of dollars to $1 million businesses by helping them identify what they need to do to build their brand, how they need to market themselves, and how they need to set themselves apart in the marketplace. She's my secret weapon, y'all. So I'm going to bring her on right now. Miss Sade.
Hello, beautiful people.
What's up, baby?
Welcome. I'm so excited. Thank you for having me.
Oh my God. I'm so glad that you're here. Your energy is always amazing and it's always magnetic and it's always energetic. So I'm glad that you're here. So let me ask you first thing. I just went on a whole diatribe about, the 3 things that I think are really key to building your business. What do you think are the things that are really key to building somebody's business?
Okay. So I'm going to start backwards. You need sales. You need to because if you don't make sales, you don't got a business. Okay.
Boom.
So let's talk about that first. And then when you have a viable business idea that actually makes sales, that's how you know it's viable. Then you can go into this piece we're talking about this evening, the branding and the marketing. Okay. The sales gets you paid. The branding and the marketing gets you seen. You need
wait. The sales get you paid. The brand and marketing get you stayed. Come on. You got to have R's like me. The sales get you paid. The brand and marketing gets you stayed. Come on.
You got to be seen in them. You got to be seen in the streets, in the internet streets and beyond. Okay. You got to have both or all 3.
Okay. So sales and then marketing. Okay. So and then what is there any other thing that you think is important to
branding, marketing, and sales? And then when you're trying to scale, definitely hiring a team. So that's the piece. If you're being a solopreneur and you think you got to do this by yourself, the team makes the dream possible. Okay. Believe in a team. The team makes the dream happen.
One of the things that for me for a long time, I was too cheap to hire a marketing person. I was like, I could do it all myself. I'm pretty good at a lot of things. I think I'm pretty dope and amazing, but I'm not. I'm really not. I just think I am, but I know that I'm really not. And it wasn't until I got people on my team that specialize in certain things that my business really started to scale. And I think a lot of people are like me and they think, well, you know what? I could do that. I don't need nobody to do that. I could do that. And you can only get so far when you're doing everything yourself. What do you think?
Absolutely. Okay. So this is what Sade looks like when she does her own makeup. The photos that we have is when somebody else does it, right? Because I don't got no eyebrows right now or no lashes. It's because I try to do my own thing. This is what happens when you try to do your own thing. Okay. You can do it. We made it work, but is it actually the same as hiring a specialist? No. And yeah, I like to make fun of myself. Make fun of yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously, people. Hire experts. The best thing that you can do for yourself, your family, your health, your waistline is to have other people working in your business. That's one of the things that we are working on. If you want to have that CEO mindset, if I want to scale to a 7-figure business or 8-figure business, Beyonce and Oprah are not doing this by themselves.
Hello.
People you're looking at, you admire, are not doing this by themselves. How one of the communities that we connected in, one of them was the Lisa Nichols community. She's not building this empire. She didn't build it by herself.
Right.
There's people who supported her.
Right.
So if you think you're supposed to do this by yourself, you'll get over it soon.
How do they know when it's time to hire a team? And just to your point, I want to show them what
happens when you have a glam squad, right? The glam squad. Shout out to the glam squad. All I did at that photo shoot was show up. She said, make sure you have an eyebrow arch and your nails are done. That was my only that was all I had to do. Hair, neck, clothes, makeup, everything was shoes and jewelry were already provided. Listen.
But to your point though, that's how it happens when you have a team. It's like, okay, you don't have to, only thing you have to do is bring X, Y, and Z, the things that you need to bring, and we will do the rest.
We will do the rest. I love it.
It's like me. It's like, you know, when I talk about, you know, cleaning up my house, I can clean up my house myself. Why would I do it if I have a house?
I look at it this way, especially the house cleaning, because sometimes we got to change our mindset. Because there's these songs that say, like, if you want to do it right, you got to do it yourself. And you got to be independent. But we have to shift into being the CEO, the chief executive officer, and not the chief everything officer.
Right.
We don't have to do everything by ourselves. Because the thing is, if you just hire that cleaning service to come maybe every 2 weeks, that 2-3 hours that you were spending cleaning your house, you could be making sales and making money for your business so that you can pay the cleaning service. You as a CEO are the visionary. You're the talent. Like, Constance Carter has to do these interviews. This is her. But there could be other people sending out the emails. There can be other people creating the graphics and the promotional materials. There could be other people transcribing the interviews and making them into blogs. She doesn't have to do that. She needs to spend her time doing the genius activities, the highest level activities that are going to make the biggest push in marketing her business. It's so important that we release that. And a lot of times when I'm talking to women, I have to give them permission. It doesn't make you a bad mom if you don't cook every meal. It doesn't make you a bad person if you don't want to clean up your house and you hire somebody. It makes you a CEO. It's totally okay. And some people, y'all is tripping over hiring people. And if you just give up your Starbucks habit for a couple of days, 1 cup of coffee, you could hire somebody to take something off your plate.
2
cups of coffee, maybe 3. It will give you some extra time in your day back so that you can do the things that you enjoy. Spend time with your family, have a movie night, take a nap. Everything doesn't require you to do it. Hire some experts and get them in. I'll tell you, that's the best thing that you can do for your life, for your business.
Right. So you talk about hiring people. You can hire somebody for the price of a couple of cups of coffee. How, Sway?
So one of the things, so when I first got started in this business space, one of the people that I started to brand was a virtual assistant agency, and most of the people were overseas. Now, I used to live overseas. I lived in the Republic of Kazakhstan. The cost of living is different in different parts of the world. You can still give people a livable wage and honestly pay them. Lowest I'll say is $3 to $5 an hour. And you could literally have somebody, sometimes that's more than the cost of that's less than the cost of a Starbucks cup of coffee, depending on which one you order. Literally, you can get hours of your life back. Some of you are stressed out because you need to be paying somebody $10 to $15 a day to answer your emails, to create your graphics for social media, to post for you, to write an email, to send a pitch email so that you can get a speaking engagement, follow up with a client who has a multiple 4-figure, 5-figure pending contract. Like, if you just had somebody helping you for an additional 2 hours a day, what would that do for your life?
Come on.
What could you do differently that you're not doing now?
Right.
2 hours. If you're making everything happen by yourself now, imagine if you had an extra 2 hours. Now, instead of 24, you got 26 hours left in your life, in your day. And if you got a bigger budget, imagine having somebody work for you for extra 10 to 20 hours a week. Then you're really on a roll. Most companies hire people, and that allows them to leverage their time so that they can go out and do and close the bigger deals. Like, part of you being a CEO, this is why Constance is so creative, because she has a team. She has time to think. Like, what can I do to get people's attention? What can I do to be creative that other people are not doing with their businesses? What can I do to stand out? You need think time. And people are not giving themselves that opportunity.
You are not lying. And I love what you just said was gold right there. Because, you know, a lot of people don't know that they can hire a virtual assistant for the price of a couple of cups of coffee. People don't know that. People don't know that that opportunity is out there for them. So right now you just open up a world. Because listen, why are you making $100 an hour, but you were doing a $10 an hour job? You're spending your time doing a $10 an hour job when you can have somebody else do it, and you could focus your time on something that's going to pay you that $100 or that $200 an hour.
Absolutely. I was scared, shaking in my boots, crying when they told me. I said, I can't afford it. And then the person said, you cannot afford not to do this. Like, you have to do it. Exactly. It makes so much of a difference. I promise.
And listen, my daughter, we were in Clubhouse because this is Queen Clubhouse right here. This is Queen Clubhouse. So if you don't know, if you are on Clubhouse, what's your name? What your name is on Clubhouse?
Future Dr. Sade or Future Dr. Shade on Clubhouse. Join us in the club.
Come on, join Sade. She is there.
We have fun in the club.
But we were on Clubhouse last week. My daughter was stalking me. And I was in there, and just so happened, I didn't even know. Sade said, "Oh, and Constance Carter's on here, and her daughter's on here." I'm like, "My daughter?" Because she had been calling me, and I wasn't answering the phone. And she's like, "This is how I have to get in contact with you."
You were in the club.
You in Clubhouse? I was like, "Oh Lord Jesus, I'm trying to get away from you." But one of the things that you said to her, because she was saying, because she's starting her business. She has her marketing business. She's a senior. My daughter's a senior at Hampton University. She has a marketing business, and she's doing all of these other things too. And she's like, how do I maximize my time? How do I organize my time? And the thing that Sade told her was to get yourself a virtual assistant and offload some of this stuff. So my daughter, this was last week. So this week, my daughter has been interviewing virtual assistants. Hello. And
where do I go? I sent her a link and sent her a message on Instagram. Listen, that's about to hear implementation.
Yes. So Shay Buckner said, how can I hire a team that will actually work?
So I do have a digital product about hiring VAs. I'll do it again one day. People ask me this all of the time. The first thing that I tell people to do is to write a list of what you do every day. And you usually do like 4 quadrants. You do a list of, you're going to break that list down or do it for the week. Take an inventory of everything you do. When you wake up, are you checking social media? Are you opening up emails? Are you on phone calls? Everything that you do in your business. Look at your inventory of everything that you do for about a week. Then I want you to break it down into 4 categories. The categories are the things that you love to do and that make you money. That's category number 1, love and dollar signs, right? Category number 2, the things that you hate, but they make you money. Like they got to get done. Like I don't like accounting. I don't want to do none of that. Maybe even opening up emails, taxes. You got to do things like that, right? Then there are things that you love to do. Quadrant number 3, things you love to do, but it does not make you any money. No money. Like I used to love tinkering on Canva, making graphics. I'm not a graphic designer. That doesn't make me money, but I like to just play. I love spending time on Pinterest, making Pinterest boards. Listen. And then there's things that you hate and that make you no money, right? So we got 4 categories, the love categories and the hate categories. The love category that makes you money is your genius zone. It's your zone of genius. You need to spend the most time doing the things that make you money that you absolutely are delighted about. The second category that you don't really like to do, like I don't like filling out emails, doing these sequences, building out funnels, but they make me money. I don't want to do any bookkeeping. So we have an accounting team, that bookkeeper that does that. It benefits me to have that stuff done, but I don't have to do it. Okay. I don't got to do it. So I have to hire, but it's an important piece of my business. It has to get done. Like sometimes I don't like running Facebook ads for myself, but they work. So I got to have somebody that does that. So I look in that category, like who can I hire immediately to answer emails, to make sure we're posting on social media, to make sure we have graphics, to do the things that I don't necessarily like to do, or I don't know how to do. Sometimes the hate is you just don't, that's not your genius, but you still need it done. You have to have people do that part. That's the place you hire the first part. And then the other pieces, whether it's love and it makes you no money, if it does not make you direct money, like it's a $5 task, a $10 task, look to outsource that as well. Like, I don't like when I do a live stream and I have like links on Zoom, I don't feel like uploading them to the course platform. It's helpful. We need it done, but it does not have to be me who does that. Like I can just send my videos to somebody else and they can do it. And things you don't know how to do or you hate, but they don't make you money. Like I don't know how to edit videos and add bumpers and things like that. That's helpful for us. It's great for our marketing, but I don't know how to do it. So later down the line, I need to find somebody to fill in that gap. The immediate gaps are the things that make you money that you don't like to do or you cannot do. Then the other pieces of things that you like to do, sometimes you can do them later or you can hire somebody to do them. Overall, if it's not in your zone of genius, you need to be hiring it out. Like nobody on my team can do this interview. I can't outsource this. I got to be here.
Right.
But if I got an email, if somebody asks me a question right now, there can be some type of automation, some type of software, or some type of assistant or somebody who I can delegate this to. So we say team, tech, and tools. Is it a team member that I need? Is it a tech software or some type of tool that can replace me? So some of this is not just a person. It could be a software. Some of you are doing stuff manually that some type of system has been created to help you do it. So that's another piece of that too. Your team, tech, and tools.
Team, tech, tools. Hey, team, tech, tools.
I like that.
Team, tech, tools.
And your tools.
Team, tech, tools. Hey, team, tech, tools. Hey.
You need your tech, you need your tools. If you want, don't break the rules. Just get your team and your tech and your tools.
Hello.
Listen, I'm going to make this album. It's coming. No, a song. I'm coming.
Don't break the rules. You need your team, your tech, and your tools. I love it.
Got you.
I love what you said, though. You just spoke a whole word because I wrote this down my damn self because I'm like, okay, let me make sure I'm doing all this stuff. I'm making sure that I'm in alignment with what you're saying because there are still things, and I'm bars, Taj, bars, yes. I want to make triple T, teams, techs, and tools, baby. But there's still things, even at my level of where I am and what I do in my world of business, I still be doing stuff myself. Because sometimes it's easier for me just to do it than to explain how to do it. What was the
next piece?
That I was going to say. What would you say to somebody like me?
So the team, the tech, and the tools, in order for the team to work successfully for you, you have to have systems or standard operating procedures in place. These are the unsexy things that make businesses work well. So for us, we have somebody right now, if I want to hire, if I really want to be a CEO, if I want to create a business that's franchisable, or if I want to create a business that is sellable, we have to document what we do. You can't be the only one that does everything. It's not acceptable. You got to write it out. So unless you want your business to die with you, that's just what it is. If you can't work, your business does not work and you become the bottleneck. And I didn't understand that back in the day, but now we trying to hit new levels. I'm like, oh no. If I don't show up to work, the business still got to work without me. And how you do that, how you can hire a team is you have to have, this is why you're chronicling that first activity, what you do, so that you can show your team how to do the things that you do so that you can remove yourself. So for example, back in the day, pre-Rona, Constance Carter, we was always on planes, jets, and boats, whatever it was.
I would see Sade in New York,
City,
Sade in DC.
Time zone.
Yeah.
There's a certain way that I'm pretty sure we both like to travel. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to book our travel. You can have somebody else do it. I like this seat. I like to be in these rows. This is what I like. I like to leave out of this airport. Please make sure you book a flight at this particular time because I don't want to be at that 5 a.m. flight. And you need to make sure you give me enough time to do that. Like you can teach somebody your mannerisms, your quirks and your kicks so they know how to do things on your behalf. And that goes for your social media. You can teach someone how to respond like you. You can teach someone how to respond to your emails, how to answer your phone calls, how to do things the way you like them. Because everybody has the way that they want to speak and talk and how they want things done. But you have to document it.
Right.
So the strategy that was given to me, because I was in shambles at that time, is create one video. And you can do this via Zoom or whatever platforms you have or Loom. And just create a video once a week of one thing that you do. And you can create a Google folder or a Dropbox folder of those things and eventually give them to somebody else. And now they have video trainings that they can watch so that they can train themselves on how you do the things you do.
I feel attacked. I feel attacked. Let me tell you something. The reason why I'm over here smiling is because I'm getting text messages. Like, that is unacceptable, Constance. You let us do what we need to do. I'm seeing comments. I'm feeling attacked, okay? because there's some things that I can do very well. I don't sleep very much. I wake up in the middle of the night. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I just have one of my assistants do something for me. And she made it real pretty. She did it on Canva, and she goes, and then she sent me the source file. She goes, here you go, because in case you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you want it changed, here you are, Constance. You can't wait for me to wake up at 6. I know you're going to want to tweak it. So here's the source file. So, I mean,
I'm still down for source files, because if I can change it the way I want to change it,
pray for me.
Everybody's happy.
Pray for me. Pray for me.
But I don't want to make the file. If I can, tweak a couple of things.
My genius happens around 2 or 3 in the morning, though, Sade.
Yeah, you had no idea.
I just need it to happen at that moment, because if it doesn't, then I lose interest, and then it just goes away. So I just have this quirky way of working. But you're so right. You are so. This is good stuff. Even Naomi, Naomi Granger, right?
Yes.
Even Naomi. I didn't see Naomi. Now Naomi is the dope CFO.
Yes.
Her go from she did coursework. She did my coursework. When I first did my my wealth roadmap and my build credit to build wealth, Naomi's the one that did that. And she actually showed me how she did a Loom video. And she showed me how to do everything, once she's out of it. She did a Loom video. So I have a SOP of how to actually do it. And so my team does it now, because we have videos, on-demand videos for our training. So she does it now. She's dope CFO. Now she's a CFO for cannabis. She's just kind of transitioned her whole entire business. But I mean, that's in our evolutionary process of being business owners and how we evolve. It is so important, because I'm doing something totally different. I'm not in the day-to-day of my real estate company right now. I'm just doing other stuff. So I have a whole team. I have an operations manager. I have a marketing and IT person. I have an executive assistant. I have a virtual assistant. I have a compliance officer. I have an office manager. I have a sales and loan manager. So I have all these people on my team to allow me to step away. But listen, these are all the things I was doing by myself. Nobody works harder than Constance Carter. I need 7 people to do the things that I was doing, but it allowed me to focus on other things. And so I'm telling you guys, what Sade is saying is the truth. If you want to get out of that space and you want to really grow and scale, you're going to have to make the investment. I was too cheap before. And the only thing I was doing was I was holding myself down. I was holding myself back by not investing. Hello.
I was looking at, I'm stepping into this new level, and I got scared because I was doing some calculations. I was like, I'm going to have like 8 figures, 6 figures in payroll. Like, who am I? Who do I think I am? And who are these people that I'm paying? What is going on? But then I thought about it like, okay, if it's getting to this point, that means we are making way more than what I'm paying out. We better be, because
that's the thing.
But I got scared.
Come on, Sade.
Pittman, who talks about hiring, and she said, you don't gotta pay it all at one time. Like, I know y'all get scared when you gotta hire somebody. If you're talking about, US based or full-time people, you don't gotta pay them all at the same time. Like, if you gave somebody who was like an extra you and they were able to do an amazing job, could you go make more money?
And yes. Because at the end of the day, I'm still the Pied Piper of my business. I'm still bringing in the business. And they're just doing all of the technical things to make everything work. I really focus on the things that are going to really generate more revenue. And that's what I really didn't understand. I understood it, but I was scared to pull the trigger. I understood that this is what I did.
I was scared.
I didn't want to make the investment, but didn't realize that I was actually losing out on money by not making the investment.
We took too long. We lost out on money, sleep, stress. Like, you got to live your life too.
Right.
You got to enjoy it. Having other people come, like, shout out to Sierra who's watching. So, for me, one of my priorities is try to finish school. So Sierra has kind of come in to my business. I begged her. I was like, please, can you just tell me how much it's going to cost? Because I got to get some rest. I got to finish school. I got stuff to write. So she comes in and works with my team. Now, she told me she's not staying forever because she got her own business to run. But I want to say thank you. When I'm saying I'm like practicing what I preach, I was like, can you just come in for a while so that I can go do what I need to do?
Right.
That's super important. You have to have help.
Right. Exactly. So can you tell us this? Okay. So let's shift over to branding.
Mm-hmm.
Give us some of the ABCs of branding. So what are some of the important things that people need to know in branding? Because I know like people will come up with, they'll say, I am Tech X and my logo is a daffodil. Well, the daffodil doesn't have anything to do with Tech X. So how does that, so can you tell us, like, give us the ABCs of branding?
People think it's your website and your logo, right? It's not.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. That is visual branding. There are pieces of branding that all are important, but the visual aspects can evolve and change. Some of you are watching this right now on Facebook. The logo of Facebook has changed over a decade. That visual element will change. It's about, I like to break it down into 3 things, especially if we're talking about a personal brand.
Yes,
The first piece is you. It's about you.
Okay.
What you bring to the table. Are you, your background, your experience, your stories, your family, your life. This is why people will start to resonate with you.
Your story sells.
You have a business brand. People are now looking at, well, what is the CEO doing? Right? Mm-hmm. We're looking at, you probably don't know more about Elon Musk than Tesla. Mm-hmm. Like, people are looking at the CEOs now because we want to know, what are they eating for breakfast? What are you doing?
TikToks. My daughter got to do TikToks.
We want to see what you're doing. So being the brand is really about you. All the things people used to make fun of you about, your quirks, your kicks, your weirdness. Listen, it is marketable. You can market that stuff now. It's your marketing weapon, secret weapon, because nobody has your story. Even if you have a twin, your life is not the same as your twin. You have a powerful piece. So you are the most important and powerful piece of this experience you're creating. I call it the brand trifecta. Then the next piece that is just as important and powerful is your audience. So when we were talking to your daughter last week, I was like, wait a minute, you're doing social media marketing for real estate professionals? Like, you need to dominate in this. Getting very clear about your audience. Everyone has a limited amount of marketing dollars, marketing funds, marketing energy. The easiest way to stretch those marketing bucks, since we don't have these billion-dollar pies like these bigger brands, is to get clear about your target market. Stop talking to everybody. Everybody doesn't like my hot pink backgrounds and my hot pink lips. So I stop talking to everybody and I show my stuff to the people who like my pinkness and my over-the-top attitude, right? Or personality is what I call it. You want to find the people, your tribe.
It's your tribe.
Who is your tribe? And this is what I want you to do. I want you to be the Beyonce or the Cardi B for your tribe. Everybody doesn't need to necessarily know you, but the right people need to know you. Because when the right people know you, the PayPal blings and it makes Sade's stripes sing. Okay?
Hello.
So you.
Notification of payment received. Notification of payment
the right people.
Come on. You get rich in your niche.
Where's my money fan? Goodness gracious, it's not right next to me. I got a money fan to remind the people. We got to get serious and committed. Profitable branding. Profitable branding goes beyond just your logo and all that other stuff. We got to have the money fan because I need people to remember. I need you to get serious and committed to your Benjamins or maybe the Harriet Tubmans, right?
The Harriets, yes.
We waiting for the
guys. Listen, this is some good stuff, right? So I want to make sure that you guys are liking this. So go, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. If you're on Facebook, make sure you're loving and hardened up and you are sharing. Send this link to somebody. Share this on your page. Share this in all the business groups. Because Sade, business brand genius, brand guru, is dropping them dimes today, y'all.
So and the last piece of this, we're having fun. The last piece is your unique offer. So this is the thing. Your offer needs to solve a problem for your target market. Your offer needs to be something that is unique to you and that you can uniquely provide. You have some type of business acumen, skill set, or you know the people who have the business acumen and skill set for you to market that particular product. Businesses, there was a study that said 43% of funded businesses, this is businesses that receive venture capital, people paid them to run their businesses, failed because they didn't solve a problem. So you need to make sure whatever your offer is, it solves a problem. And it solves a problem for a unique market. You can always expand from there. And I always say, excuse me, like for example, on Clubhouse, we have a group called Black Girl Course Creators. Every week, we have people who are not Black, who don't identify as Black women who come. We have men, we have white men who come in the group. They're like, I saw Sade was here, I wanted to come. And I said, your people are your people. Get clear about your target market, and your people are your people, but you have to solve a problem. And I talk about the season of COVID. COVID introduced a number of problems. And the savvy business owners said, okay, we got problems, but we're uniquely designed to solve problems. We can't meet in person. Okay, we're going to do some virtual stuff. We can't do this. Okay, we're going to start a cleaning business to sanitize things. Oh, people, now we got to wear masks. I'm going to start a mask business. The people who got into the mask earlier, there were kids and parents having 100K businesses in like a month or two because they jumped on it quickly. There are people, oh, we're going to sell hand sanitizer. Oh, we're going to create our own. It created problems, and the people who understood that they were the solution or the difference maker capitalized on the season. This is the kind of moments that Airbnb, what's the other one? Uber. They were created in seasons like this. I look at 100 years ago, Madam C.J. Walker became a self-made millionaire in a pandemic. So we really don't got an excuse. She didn't have the level of technology we have.
Listen,
we don't have an excuse.
Talk about technology. I interviewed a billionaire.
Oh, I was watching. It was good.
Michael B. Roberts. And what he said is we have more technology in the palm of our hands than they had when they put the man on the moon. There is no excuse why we shouldn't be able to do all the things that you're talking about because we have the technology right here.
We have the technology. There are people who have access to people from around the world. Everyone is digital.
Let me tell you something. Them people in India used to make $5 a year. Now they're making a killing because of the need. They found out, what problem were they solving in the marketplace? Well, there was a need for cheaper labor. And that cheaper labor for them was great because when Fiverr first came out, everything was $5. Everything was $5. So $5 was great because they was making $5 a month. Now I can do 2, 3, 5, 10 jobs and I make $5 in a day. Oh my God. Well, now it's, $50, $100, $200.
Now they didn't increased it.
Yeah, they increased what it's done, but they saw a need in the marketplace and then they went after it. And so that's what you got to think about is what is that need? Yeah, it was actually $5, Ariane.
Yep.
What is that in the marketplace? Where's the need at? And then how can you fulfill that? This is some good shit.
Absolutely. And then I'll tell you, back when I first started, I would go on Fiverr, I would do resumes. I would pay $5 or $10 for the resume, and I would charge triple or double. Now I would charge $30. So 6 times the amount.
You are a crook. That is called leverage. I'm just kidding. She's not a crook. That is called leverage, you guys.
That's how I started.
That is
$30. Now I would pay $5 or $10.
Come on, man.
There are ways for people to do it. There are people who you can hire to do things. You pay them one price, you charge more for it. That's how you do it.
That's how most businesses operate.
That's how businesses operate.
So what the Goldmouth said, India, if you can go over to the Goldmouth, he said, where is the creative control in outsourcing? This is the second time he's asked that because he basically said that when you give away your creative control or when you outsource everything, you're giving away the control of your business. What do you say to that?
Some control you don't need. That's part of it. It doesn't mean that you don't review it. So for quality control, you can still be the creative. Like my team makes graphics and things like that. And guess what? I still be like, oh, I like this. I don't like that. I think this is cute. I think this is ugly. Go back to the drawing board. I don't want that.
Right.
You can still have a hand in it. But at some point, you got to trust your team to do the work that they've been hired to do. And that's when project managers come in and other managers, so you have other people that are overseeing the work to make sure that it's done to your standard. Mm-hmm. And you can still do it. Like if we think Oprah looks at every single thing that happens at O, we are crazy if we think that she looked at everything.
Yeah.
She looked at every line on every show. No.
Right.
She has to believe that other people can handle those things and she's adequately hired them to do the work that needs to be done.
And, initially, and she's evolved because at first she was like, I write every check. Then she's like, okay, well, I write every check over 5,000. Well, I write every check over 10,000. You know what I mean? So she had to kind of offload some of that stuff so that she could have time to do what was within her genius. If she's writing checks all day long, she ain't got time to be the host and influencing millions of people around the globe. simple. So you have to be willing to offload some things so that you can grow and scale. You cannot be operating in the business and on the business at the same time. You got to get to a place where you're operating on the business instead of in the business.
Absolutely. You got to.
Yeah. So Sade, so in terms of branding, okay, so let's go back to branding, because you talked about those three things that people need to have. What are some things? So say, I know people say, what is a brand? Okay, it's a logo, it's a website. You said brand is not just a logo and website. It's what you bring to the table, if you know your audience, and then you have a unique offer. But what are some tips on how they should position themselves in the marketplace?
Well, this is the thing. You gotta be an expert. So you talk about things that you actually know. So my motto is teach what you know, ... get paid well for it. If you just talk about the things that you love to talk about, that you have an expertise, that you read books on, that you really know, it makes life so much easier. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know it, guess what? Find somebody who does. It's so much easier, especially like on a platform like Clubhouse where there's dialogue. And there are some people who feel like they got to pretend like they know stuff. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. This person does. Let me refer to this person. Let me ask this person because I think she knows. Let me ping somebody into the room because I don't think I got an answer for that. Or let me get back to you and I'll ask you later. So the challenge is two things. People want to hire experts. I say this all the time. Like my mother had, she broke her arm. She broke her elbow. And we had to go to 3 orthopedic doctors. And 2 of them were like, oh, we don't do elbows. We do hips. We do this. And we found the one orthopedic surgeon that knew how to do an elbow replacement or whatever surgery. I didn't want those other ones. That man was coming back and forth in the doctor's office, confused, shaking his head like, I don't know what to do. Do you think that's the person I wanted to do anybody's surgery? No. I wanted the one that says, oh, he looked at it and said, okay, this is the challenge. This is the problem. I know how to fix that. No problem. Your surgery is next week. People invest and pay more for experts.
Experts. Hello.
Experts. It's easier to recognize an expert. Experts get seen. Experts get paid. Experts get seen. And experts get paid more. So the best thing that you can do for your business and your brand is to be perceived or positioned, I would say, as an expert. Now, I know you might not feel like one. You feel like you don't know your stuff, even though you just spent 20 years doing that thing. You didn't spend all this time, got all this education in the school of life or hard knocks or traditional credentials.
Or you got a PhD like me, a public high school diploma.
Yes. And you acting like you don't know stuff.
Yes.
But you really do.
Yes.
People don't want to pay amateurs. Nobody got time for that. Nobody wants to, especially when it's something that deals with their life, their heart, their business, their health. Why do we want to hire somebody that doesn't know their stuff? It just makes it easier to hire somebody who does.
And you know what? And that's the thing is a lot of times, I remember a while ago when I was training my agents, I had a lot less agents then. And I was just like, man, they are, I feel like I'm casting my pearls among swine. They're not getting it. I would train them and they weren't getting it. And I was like, my daughter was 12 at the time. I was like, my 12-year-old daughter could do this, you guys. I mean, come on. So I'm first of all, I'm belittling them, right? So, but one of the things that somebody said that was so profound to me at the time is they said, sometimes, Constance, things come easier to you than it comes to other people. Because I'm thinking, if I can do it, anybody can do it. My 12-year-old daughter can do it. I taught her to do it. You guys can do it. It doesn't necessarily mean that just because it comes easy to you, that it's going to come easy to somebody else. So what you have inside of you is something that somebody else will pay for. Because what you have, it don't come easy to them. And also reminds us of our good friend, Lisa Nichols. You and I, we both been around Lisa and on her campus. And Lisa Nichols used to do a global leadership program. And I was in the GOP. I was in global leadership program. Naomi was in there. It's a business program for business professionals from all around the world. Right. While we were in GOP, one day she was doing a speaker training. Now, Lisa is one of the best speakers in the world. And she was going to do the speaker training. And I told her, I said, Lisa, you need to be doing this. And she was like, what? And I said, teaching this all day. She was like, teaching this? You think people will pay for it? I'm like, yes, people will pay for it. And she said, well, what do you think they'll pay for it? And I gave her a number. She was like, really? You really think people will pay for it? Absolutely, right? So then she ended up creating a course called Speakers Mastermind, which is one of her best courses that she does, teaching other people how to speak. And one of the things that Lisa said is, I didn't do it because it came so easy for me. I didn't think that people would think it was valuable. You're one of the best speakers, not in the country, but in the world, one of the most sought after speakers, but you're thinking that teaching speaking, which came natural to you, wasn't monetizable in that way because it came so easy. And so oftentimes you might have something that comes easy to you, but it doesn't come easy to everybody else. So what is that thing?
That is a powerful piece. That's how a lot of brilliant ideas are created. There's someone, because we have blinders on. Our businesses, our things that are so close, they're our babies. So we can't see it. We need somebody like a Constance Carter who is not detached from how we feel about things in our life, who can see it and say, you know what? That's what you need to be selling. That's what you need to do. That's how I got into brand strategy, because I was like, these people are crazy. Why do they want to hire? I was doing life coaching, but they said, well, how do I build a business? How do I build a brand? And I said, why are they coming to me for this? That's not what I'm even talking about. I don't understand why they think I can do this, until somebody was like, how much do I need to pay you? Because I want you to do that. And I was like, what am I doing? The same thing. And I was like, she was like, give me your PayPal information. I'm sending you money right now. And I said, why? I don't understand what you're talking about. The thing that is the easiest to you, your genius, you don't even think about it. As a matter of fact, you probably belittle it because you don't think it's a big deal. Yes. But that is the thing that you need to be monetizing. And my coach, Shamika, will say, you need to charge the most for that, because that's the thing that people will buy. I had a conversation with somebody last night. She is a multiple 7-figure business owner, brilliant. And she was like, I said one thing to her, and she was like, oh, you need to do this, and that. I said, wait a minute, stop it. Why are you not selling this? She was like, oh, I just know how to do it. She was like, I was like, I want to do this. She was like, oh, you want to do this? Oh, you need this, and this. Here are all the websites. Here's who you need to contact. Let me know. We can get it done within the next whatever days. And I'm like, what just happened? It just flowed through her so easily that she didn't even realize
the value.
$1 million secrets in like 5 minutes. And I'm like, I'm on the phone, like, what just happened? She came to me. We're talking about digital products and courses, because that's I can like, do, you do this. I did that for her. And she was like, what? Like, how do you know how to do this? And I just asked her, like, I don't know. And then she did the same exact thing for me. And I'm like, what is going on? So I'm telling you, there are things that you should be, and I told her, I said, I know you're doing a course on this thing, but this other thing that you just did right now is what you really need to be putting some price tags on. Because that right there that you just did in 5 minutes flat, people will pay for that too. She was like, you think so? I was like, yeah.
So the gold mouth, if you can go back over to that comment, India, the gold mouth said, we do need to differentiate between a product or a service, only because it matters in this discussion. So what's the difference between a product and a service?
It depends. It depends on what industry you're in. So I hang out in the digital product space because I don't like to go to the post office. But if you are someone who likes, you got physical products, maybe you sell jewelry and brooches and glasses and lip gloss and lipsticks. So you do have to have some product differentiation, but that comes from market research. You got to do research and figure out who your competitors are. Like, people try to go into business blind. Like, ideally, you're not the first person to come up with this idea. So go see what other people are talking about. You got to do market research. Find out what's going on. Who else has glasses and lip gloss and lipsticks and brushes and whatever else I got here? Who else is doing the thing that you're doing? You need to know. So then you need to figure out what your differentiator is. So if this is a clear lip gloss, right, or it has some color now, then what's the differentiator? Am I going to make it vegan? Am I going to make it, pet friendly, or is it going to have special colors, or is it going to have special names? Like, how am I going to differentiate it and make it different? And then some of the differentiation is you. You are the differentiating factor. The reason why, Kylie Jenner's beauty was so great is because the Gen Z saw her and they bought into her brand. Yep. Or like a Fenty Beauty. It was because she decided, I'm going to have more hues of colors for foundation than the traditional beauty brands. And what did those beauty brands do when they saw that she had additional hues and it was selling? They tried to follow suit. Super Scent is a perfect example. We're talking about the beauty industry. Super Scent thought of, this is not an original idea, crayons from Crayola. And she said, I'm going to create a nostalgic brand and I'm going to mirror my color palettes like crayons and pencils in school. So she went with a theme. She had a thematic brand that people could relate to. And she turned that into a multi-million-dollar business. She had
in one day. Well, she made $1 million in one day.
90 minutes. It's like $1 million in 90 minutes on Black Friday. That scaled to 16 million like the next year. And then that next Black Friday, multiple millions. Wow. So she, because of her story, because of the branding, like Constance Carter talked about, the customer service, she had the systems, the tech, the team in place. So she didn't have, even though she sold out, she got people their stuff in a timely fashion. She was prepared for that season. So all of these pieces go together. The branding was there. The team, the personality of the business owner was there. Her team, her tech, her software, her systems, her, what is that called? Supply chain was in order. Because if you're going to be making $1 million in physical products, you got to make sure you have enough product to make the million.
Mm-hmm.
She had that stuff in place. Mm-hmm. So all of those pieces go together. So if you have physical product, of course, you know, you got to know the COGS, the cost of your goods, all that fancy stuff. Now, if you have a service, you need to make sure that the cost of your service is covered in the price and more. Your time costs money. Even if it takes you 5 minutes to build something, you don't charge because it takes you 5 minutes. You charge for the trial and error, the years of experience, the expertise that they are investing in to get that particular service done. And you have to make sure if there's particular software, if you have whatever your cost of goods or your labor is covered in the cost of whatever that service is. So you got to make sure that your money is covered so that you make a profit. Mm-hmm. If you're not making a profit, what are we doing? We got to make a profit in the things that we do.
It don't make no sense if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You know, but we're going back to what you were saying about having all the, you know, Super Scent, having all the systems and the supply chain, all that stuff in line. I was at Facebook. Ari and Simone had an event at Facebook a couple of years ago, and Sophia Amoruso was there. She's mm-hmm. the creator of Nasty Gal, right? So she was talking about her ascension to, $20 million or something like that, just crazy amount of kind of overnight. But she didn't have her business foundation set up. And she ended up filing bankruptcy. Can you imagine making all that money so quick, but then you can't sustain it? And so that's why having the foundational stuff is so important. That's why I'm doing a business boot camp. And I don't have the information out yet, but I'm doing a business boot camp coming up next month because I want to make sure that as you grow and scale your business, the foundation is covered. And you ain't got to worry about when you grow, everything is good and you're going to be able to sustain it. But that foundational piece is everything. Because say Super Scent she did that $1 million in that first 90 minutes, but her business went to shambles because she didn't have everything set up. She wouldn't be doing, the next year, making all this money. She said $36 million the next time. And I mean, it
was like 16. It just went crazy.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that happens to a lot of businesses. People want that Oprah moment, the Oprah effect, where Oprah says your name or some celebrity says your stuff and your website begins to crash. Some people are not ready.
Right.
If your systems are not in place, if you don't have enough products, it's gonna harm you more than it's gonna help you. Like sometimes that stuff can put you out of business.
Right.
You really gotta be prepared and cognizant. Like if you anticipate something like that is about to happen, you gotta be ready with the team ready. So get ready before you gotta get ready.
Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Stay ready and you done. Like you ready when the opportunities come.
Ariane, if you go back to the comment from Ariane, she said, what if there's something that you're good at, but you don't like doing it?
So it depends. Sometimes, does it make money? Like sometimes we got to suck it up. Mm-hmm. That's what it depends. I'm not saying it. I want you to do things that you love and enjoy things that you love. But sometimes we just got to suck it up.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the temporary sacrifice is going to yield us long-term gain.
Oh, yep.
And if it's something you absolutely hate, because I have people that are like, nope, I'm not doing that anymore. I hate it. I tell them to create an exit strategy. You can't just throw it away. Some people will, but I don't recommend it. Make an exit strategy on how you're going to replace that income or replace you with somebody else who can do that thing that you no longer like to do. Before you fully transition out. Like, let's do this. Let's be smart about this. Let's be strategic. So if you're like, I no longer want to do this, can we phase you out, put somebody else in, put a tool tech or team member in so that you can do the new thing that you want to do? Mm-hmm. And it makes it so much easier to make those kind of decisions when you can afford to do it. If you're telling me, oh, I just want to make $5 here, then I want to make another $20 there, and then I want to do this, then I'm like, no. Focus on one thing, get it to a place where it's making money for you, then you can move out. So sometimes I'll say you can think of new ideas if you make like $100,000 or more, like 6 figures. And then Russell Brunson will say, you need to stick to your one thing until you make $1 million. Then you can decide, oh, I want to do something different. So there's different philosophies about this of when you can switch it up.
Right.
But I have other business things that I want to do, but we got to get things stabilized before I can do these other things.
Yeah.
It's not time for everything. Yeah. Or can you hire somebody else to run those other pieces of a business? Because I have ideas that I want to sell, or I want to pitch to companies and have them, take on venture capital. And then eventually I just want to be the idea person and I want somebody else to run that part of the business.
Yes. So for those of you guys who don't know, I am talking to Miss Brand Strategist, Guru, Expert, Miss Sade Adu. Y'all know who Sade Adu is?
Walk up.
This one right here. How can they find you, Sade?
You can connect with me at Future Dr. Shade across the internet. My website is SadeWayadu.com. Connect with me on Facebook. I have a Facebook group. I'm on Clubhouse. We are in the club. You can find me on Instagram at Future Dr. Shade. So if you Google or search Sade or Shade Wayadu or Sade Adu Future Dr. Shade, perfect, across social media platforms. We can stay connected. Let me know that you met me here so that I know that you're amongst good people.
Yes.
Stay connected if you need some support around your branding, your marketing, or even your outsourcing.
And she does all that stuff. Well, hold on. I ain't letting you go just yet. I just wanted to let everybody know who you was because people are asking me. I'm getting text messages and stuff and saying like, what's her name again? It's Sade Adu. I want to make sure Sade spelled SHADE.
Like shade.
Like shade. Future Dr. Shade, man.
I'm going to throw shade if I can't get paid.
Hey.
My little Kim.
Like the Army Group.
Shade,
I'm going to throw shade if I can't get paid. Hello, bars. I want to go back to a question from who was that? He said something about he's good at doing penny stocks above bridges. He said, I'm good at picking penny stocks and seeing real potential. How do I make a business? Grow within the stock business.
So you can teach other people's stocks. I'm in a class right now. I haven't paying attention because they are too advanced for me right now. I don't know none of this stuff. There are like the things that you know how to do. There are people who do not know how to do them, and they will pay you to learn how to do them. And they will pay like the people get paid more not for what they do but what they teach. So you can package it up and sell what you know. Teach what you know, package it up, and you can get paid for it. So you can have a training on penny stocks. Like literally, there's memberships, there's courses, there's virtual retreats, there's events, there's all kinds of things where people are specifically talking about stocks.
So let me just tell you something. So the class that the group that Sade is in that she's talking about that she's not paying attention in is my 16-year-old son's stock class. My 16. So brother,
they're going hard
all day.
They're too advanced for
all
me.
Day. Are they all day? However, They are, and my son is teaching, my son has a stock group. It's called stocktipswithwarren.com. Oh, I got to change the price because I still have the January price up and it's already February. So right now it's supposed to be $25 a month. The January price of $10 to start off and $25 a month is still up on his website. So if you can get to it before I do, it's going back to $25 a month, but it's stocktipswithwarren.com. And so he's monetizing. My son tips with Warren. My son made $14,000 last month. He's made $26,000 in the last 4 months investing in stock. And I'm not talking about the GameStop stock, the whole thing that went. He understands stock. He's done his research. He's 16 years old and he's making money in stock. Sade, he has a group. He's monetizing on that as well. So he's making money in stock, but he's also making money in his group. He has almost 200 people in his group. And they are going hard, and they're talking about, he's giving them advice on which stock to buy, but it's a collaborative group, which I love, is everybody is sharing and everybody's getting information. But if you don't get in there, you can get lost in the sauce. But brother, above ground or above something, you can do the same thing. You can offer your services. You could have some type of training where people are paying you to be a member of your group, where you're giving that same advice. There's enough out there above bridges. There's enough out there for everybody to get paid. And what God has for you is for you. So you know people that my son doesn't know. He knows people that you don't know.
I got it on the front end because I said I just want to be a part. One day I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be putting some money to the side.
DM my son. I'll have him hook up your portfolio directly.
Hey, listen, you better ask for what you want, people. You better have him hook up your portfolio. What you need.
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes because
DM him on there on Telegram because he will. I'll have him do you, and then people are in there doubling their money, doubling their portfolio, doubling their money, and he has testimonials. It's crazy. It's crazy what my son is able to do, and it's not like he's some kind of genius because he's not. He just is studying. He's obsessed with it. He just studies this stuff. He ain't getting the best grades right now because I'm like, listen, I had to put him on punishment for a couple of weeks. Because his grades wasn't up to par because he's in that damn stock group all day.
He in the stock group giving us tips.
Right, all day. But you could do the same thing, brother.
Mm-hmm.
So there was some couple of other questions. I wanted to get paid to take a mini vacation. So I started the weekend, make money and free trip. I wanted to get paid to take mini vacation. So I started the weekend. Make money and free tip. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means, Sade?
What is it? I wanted to get paid to take many. So I started the weekend, make money and free trip. Can you tell? Okay, is it influencer marketing? That's what it sounds like. You want to get paid to travel, or is it some kind of company? Tell us a little bit more. The more money, the more you do means the more money you should get paid. So sometimes that's not true. Sometimes people who do the least amount make the most.
Hello. That's why brain power.
Make the most.
Yes. Think about this. You got a corporation. CEOs, they do a little something, but the people who are on the bottom of that pyramid, the ones that are out there in the field, like you ever look at a slave plantation? The massa is in the house, while the slaves is doing all the work and they make no money. So no, doing more work does not necessarily constitute that you should get paid more money. Absolutely not. The person who uses the most brain power, the smartest people who could actually put everything together, who can control the pieces, those are the ones who make all the money. Ariana said she made $3K with Warren. Hello.
Stop playing. I'm gonna get into this group. What I really want is one of my nieces and nephews to learn. And then it's a lot of grown people up in there that, so the kids may really get lost because the grown people are getting a little lost in the sauce too. But the cool thing is my son does a Zoom call once a month. It's called Stock Talks with Warren. And they ask this a Q&A where he's answering questions and stuff like that. So that's cool too. So Sade, I know we're at an hour mark and I don't want to take up the rest of your night because I know where are you? It's 11 o'clock where you are? It's 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to take a nap after this.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. So I want to tell them again who you are, tell them what you do, and tell them about your products and your services that you're offering, because there are thousands of people that are watching right now. So I want to make sure
beautiful. Yes. Welcome. Okay, so if you're new to this broadcast or you're new to me, my name is Sade Wayadu, And I work with entrepreneurs who want to build brands and create online courses, because you should teach what you know and get paid well for it. You can connect with me at Future Dr. Shade across social media platforms. Slide in the DM, send me a message. And right now we're actually, I have my branding academy. It's a 90-day brand building boot camp where we teach you how to build it, brand it, market it from scratch. We actually are starting on Tuesday. If that's something that you're interested in, definitely send me a message. And then we also have our course product where we teach you how to build a course in 6 weeks. That is going to be starting on March 3rd. So if you're interested in our branding academy or our course on courses, you can just send me a message and we can send you some more information about either one. Or some additional support. We have an agency as well, because I know some of this stuff, this tech and all this stuff can be overwhelming. We also do done for you support for people as well.
I love you, girl. You are absolutely amazing. I met Sade about 3 or 4, maybe 4 years ago at the Power Networking Conference. And she was a super coach, and she was out there just killing the game. Everybody was coming over to her table. Everybody wanted to work with Sade. She's making it happen. She's been making it happen. She's worked all over the world in Kazakhstan.
All over the place.
Yeah, so she's been all over the world, and she's right here, and she's available to you. And she's not super expensive. She ain't cheap either, but she's not super expensive, and she's absolutely accessible. So if you're looking to scale your business, if you're looking to start your business, if you're looking to grow your business, talk to Sade. You need her. You do not want to miss out,
captains. And this is the thing: if it's not a good fit, there are plenty of phenomenal people that are in our network that we can refer you to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm doing, Sade? I just announced it today. I'm doing this weekend of wealth retreat. I did one in Napa last year. And so I'm doing one in Costa Rica, which I'm super excited about. And it's going to be men and women. It's going to be transformative. We have workshops. It's going to be in Costa Rica. I got this badass mansion out there. And, listen, I learned from the best, right? Lisa Nichols, my mentor, I traveled all over the world with her in her retreats. So all the tools and everything that she taught me, we're going to be doing it, plus some more stuff. It's going to be just breakthrough after breakthrough, men, women. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And it's June 17th to the 21st. So if anybody is interested, please, you can look. Let me just show you the video I got real quick on the Y'all see that mansion I got up in Costa Rica is going to be amazing, but it's also, the networking is going to be impeccable. The friendships that you make, the amount of luxury that you're going to experience, and the transformation and the mindset, and you're going to walk away with some action steps and some deliverables that's going to change your life, change your business, and everything else. So if you're interested, go to weekendtowealth.com. I'm so excited about it. Not only am I excited about it because, I love these things. It's life-changing, but it's going to be not only women, but the brothers is coming too. And so it's going to be great to see that. We're going to have men facilitators that are going to be there as well. So it's going to be a great experience. I'm super excited about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys. Thank you again for staying on. They hung with us the whole time. We didn't have a huge drop off. They hung with us the whole time. You was dropping them bombs for your moms on them. And it was everything that they needed to hear. There was nothing that if they walked away, it was like, no, I need to hear it until it's gone. So thank you for being on here. This was amazing as always. I always love to talk to you. I'm gonna go hang out in Clubhouse a little bit more, just so I want to get my followers up, because I'm hella not popular over there. Nobody knows who I am. I want to get some information, but listen, Clubhouse kind of seems like sometimes it seems a little annoying because everybody's a millionaire and everybody teaches people how to be millionaires and everybody's an expert, and it's just so self-absorbent. And so maybe I'm just not finding the right rooms. So what I'll do is I'll make sure I'll do an alert every time you're in Clubhouse. I'll do my alert so I can know what room you're in, because I know whatever room you're in, it's going to be a valuable room. How about that?
Sometimes we're testing out rooms. Sometimes I'm like, don't they be following me across the club? But I'll tell you, it's a I have it. I enjoy it. People tell me about these bad rooms. I'm like, who are y'all following? It's too many dope people to be following to find a bad room.
I need to come on in there.
Rooms as well. So for you, you're a wealth of knowledge. So you are
going to do a room together.
Yep.
We're going to do a room together. Yep. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
Yep.
So you guys, make sure you check us out every night, same time, same bat channel. We are here, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Every night. Tomorrow night is going to be Black Love and Relationship Goals. And we're going to be talking to, I don't know if you guys know the comedian Scruncho. If you ever heard of him, Google him. Scruncho is hella funny. He's been on several movies, How High and all these other straight-to-video movies. But he's also been on Def Comedy Jam and a lot of other shows. And we're going to be talking to him about Black Love tomorrow night. It should be funny. And the way that came up was last week. He was in my comments talking ish. I said, okay, brother. Oh, you want to talk mess? All right, well, let's go. Let's have you on the show. Let's see what you really got. And so if you guys come on tomorrow, ladies, let him have it, because he's going to talk major mess about a woman need to keep her mouth closed and all that other kind of crazy stuff.
Oh,
yeah. He crazy. He's crazy. So make sure you guys join us tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, every night. It's your girl, Constance Carter. And before we head out of here, I want to make sure that you shared this on your page. So make sure you're sharing it. So take time and share it. And then right now, on the count of 3, I want you to hit all hearts. Heart, heart, heart. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Heart it up. Heart, 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 heart. Give us some hearts. Heart, 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 heart.
CEO, want to change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder that can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology.